welcome back to my channel. If you watched my last video, which was on feminine hygiene, and I'll try to link it somewhere here, have never done the link thing, so we'll see if it pops up. If not, then I'll just link it down below. But that was about feminine hygiene and alternative feminine hygiene products that you can use that are safe and that are natural and organic. At the end of the video, I said we would do a DIY for a feminine hygiene wash, and so that's what we're going to do today. So this DIY is super easy and super simple. It just requires 4 ingredients. That is it. I want to show you them before we get started because I want you to see them up close and personal before I start pouring and doing. So the main ingredient is going to be, and this is, I always talk about this, guys, this is my George's Always Active Aloe. I just adore this stuff. I buy it in the quart size. You can buy just like the spray bottle, which is what I use for my face, and I just refill it. Or you can purchase the gallon. This is on Vitacost. This is on Amazon. It's very easy to find and it's super affordable. I think when I did my top 10 under $10, this was one of them. And this stuff is so pure that you can drink it. It can actually be a supplement, so it is perfectly fine for the vagina. I have never had an issue with using this for anything I've used it for, including drinking it. And so that's going to be your main base, the George's Always Active 100% aloe vera. Boom. Next, we're going to be using Dr. Bronner's liquid Castile soap. This is the real gentle baby formula, and so it's 18-in-1 hemp baby unscented. So this, I chose this because it's really gentle and mild. I personally can use Dr. Bronner's peppermint on my lady parts, no problem, but I've heard other people go, oh my gosh, it burns when I use that. So that's why we're going to use this, but I will straight up use the peppermint, the tea tree, the lavender. Any of them work for me. As with all DIYs, make sure you do a test run before you go to town and just squirt this everywhere on your lady parts and then have issues. Just do a little sample, just do a little test to make sure it's We're also going to be using some sweet almond oil. You do not have to use this brand. Generally, I'll use the Now brand because it's really easy to find. Like, you can get that at Whole Foods and it's super affordable. This is called Premium Nature 100% pure carrier oil. So it's just sweet almond oil. We're going to be using this. I would imagine, I've never tried it, so keep that in mind, that you could use another carrier oil, maybe one of the lighter ones, maybe something like, no, let's just stick to sweet almond oil. Let's just stick to that. So sweet almond oil, that's the 3rd ingredient. Now the 4th ingredient is an essential oil. You do not have to add the essential oil. I personally like to add it. It just gives it a little fragrance, and then you get the added benefits of the essential oil. So I use lavender essential oil. Lavender is gentle and mild. You can use it on open wounds and open cuts, all sorts of things, and it's a healing essential oil. It's also very calming, so it's nice when you're in the shower to smell that lavender. And I add just a few drops of the lavender to the product. You could probably play around with your essential oils if you have an essential oil that you love and test out to see if it will work. I don't know, I would be careful because we are talking about your lady parts and they can be sensitive. We know that lavender works lovely on sensitive. However, if you have reactions to lavender, don't use it. Try something else or leave the essential oil out altogether. You do not need to add the essential oil. I just like to use it. When I make it, I put it in one of these. This is one of those foaming, soapy dispensing bottles. I like this. I got this off of Amazon. And what it'll look like is this when you're done. So this is the finished product. And one thing that I love before we get into making it, I just want to show you. So first of all, this does like a little fizziness. Look at that. That's fun. Okay, but one thing I love is, so I'm gonna rub it in, and I just want to show you how light this is. So that's light. There's no stickiness, there's no heavy feeling, there's no residue. It's very light, like you kind of rubbed maybe just a little slick water on your hands, and so it'll have that same effect on the areas down below, just to let you know, because you know some products are sticky or they leave a film. This does not do that, especially if you follow the directions and use the proportions that I'm going to tell you to use. And obviously you can play around with it and put more or less, but that is up to you, and you do that at your discretion. And if you do that, do not say, This didn't work. I didn't tell you to do that. I did not tell you to do that. Okay, so we're going to get into the DIY. All right, so this is what we'll be using. The George's 100% Aloe Vera. This is the Always Active Aloe. The Dr. Bronner's Liquid Castile Soap. This is the Baby Unscented Formula. Sweet Almond Oil, 100% Sweet Almond Oil. And Lavender Essential Oil, 100% Lavender Essential Oil. We will also need a measuring cup and a teaspoon. I prefer to use plastic with my DIYs. And the container. This is one of those foaming containers, which makes it extra fun. So we'll start with the George's Aloe Active, Always Active Aloe. We're going to do 8 ounces of this. You can add a little more if you'd like. It's very gentle and mild, so it won't affect the recipe, but I like to use 8 ounces. I'm going to pour that right into the container, and that is our base, our very gentle and mild base. I'm going to follow up with the Dr. Bronner's Liquid Castile Soap. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of this to the mixture. Just 1 teaspoon. You don't need any more than that. I am heavy-handed, but I stick to the 1 teaspoon because you don't need all those bubbles down below. 1 teaspoon. Next up, I'm going to add the Sweet Almond Oil, but I'm going to add the Lavender Essential Oil to the Sweet Almond Oil and pour it in together. If I can get this top off, it's kind of, okay, got to use my Hercules strength to get it off. Boom, got it. Okay, so I'm going to take 1 teaspoon of the Sweet Almond Oil. 1 teaspoon. And then I'm going to take about 6 drops of the Lavender Essential Oil, add it to the Sweet Almond Oil, and then I will pour that into the container. Don't worry if the extra drop sneaks in there like with me. That was 7 drops. So that's it. That's the entire recipe. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake, shake, shake it. Shake it, shake, shake it, shake it. Oh, look at that foam in action. Lovely. Peace out.